Hey guys, so I'm just gonna kind of go over a little bit of some frequently asked questions and some things that I wish that I knew prior to coming here. So the first thing that I'm going to talk about is the co-op program at RIT. So if you are one of many majors, you're going to be required to spend a year on co-op. My major actually does not have a requirement for co-op because it is in this College of Imaging Arts and Sciences, but I know that a lot of people in like engineering and a lot of people in biomedical sciences or anything like that, they are required to do one. This is a super helpful resource because it oftentimes I hear leads to so many job opportunities for students that go here. And even if you are a student of the College of Imaging Arts and Sciences and you're not required to do a co-op, there are so many professors and there are so many people who encourage you to still do internships, and there are resources and counselors that you can go to help you find those internships and to help aid with funding and everything that you need for those internships. So I think that that's a really big part of RIT here, is like learning from experience and going out into the field prior to other people and getting that experience. So that's just something that's like kind of a super hot topic for anybody that's like interested in the school because it's such a big part of RIT. Another thing that I was gonna talk about is the area of Rochester. Before coming here, I really didn't know that much, even only from being like an hour away. I kind of wish I knew about how many kind of like niche cool things happen here. I think because it's not like one of those conventionally large cities, people think like there's nothing going on, but just because we have like 4 colleges in the area and we have still like a bustling community of young people and older people living in Rochester, there are so many like different events and kind of like community things that happen. Like Fringe Fest is a really big thing that happens in the fall. I went swing dancing one time like at a German heritage house. Like it was just super niche and random, and it was just something that was like super cool, and I always find myself surprised by what happens in the community. So I would say don't be afraid of those kinds of things. Honestly, you're probably gonna be so busy on campus that you're not even gonna have time, but when you do, there's still things going on. I wish that I knew before coming here the ratio, because I mean, it's not like I would have chose not to come here, but it is kind of important to note that the ratio is like 70% male here and 30% female or something like around that. And you can kind of feel it, I mean, when you're just kind of walking around. It's not the worst thing. It's just something to kind of be aware of before you come here. I mean, I don't know what you like being surrounded by ratio wise, but I mean, there's a male heavy community, but I mean, the girls are like, we're all in this together, do you know what I mean? Because there are so many guys on campus. But that's just something I kind of didn't know and I kind of wish I knew. Something else that's kind of maybe a frequently asked question is about the deaf community here at RIT. So we are actually home to the National Technical Institute of the Deaf, which is one of the biggest universities for the deaf in the nation. So it's kind of cool because the ASL and like hard of hearing community is really prominent on campus, and like it's a totally different experience and like something that you may not have been exposed to before, and I think it's something that's super awesome. I think that everybody that leaves RIT leaves with a little bit more knowledge and cultural awareness that they never knew that they like needed. It's really just kind of an awesome community. There's interpreters at every event, and honestly you realize like how important it is to be inclusive and like be aware of people that have those kinds of things going on, and making sure that you have like accessibility. I think it's something that RIT students are especially like more in tune to because we have such a large institute. So that's just another kind of fun fact, maybe like a frequently asked question. Another thing that I guess people maybe would wonder about is having a declared major. You can come to RIT undecided. You can come undeclared and then figure out from there what you want to do. I know that there are definitely people that go that route, and that's by no means different or like looked down upon. Another thing that's kind of cool that RIT has is a School of Individualized Study, which is kind of for people that are looking to have like their own creation of a major. And you pretty much work with somebody one-on-one and create like your major and the classes that you want to take individually. Like I talked to Hannah, and you guys met Hannah, and she was like a visual culture, like comic studies. Like that doesn't really exist here, but she made it exist. So I think that's something that's like super awesome, especially if you don't really know exactly what you want to do or what fields you want to combine. Just knowing that that's an option is kind of something that's really cool. Frequently asked questions, you probably wonder about the food. As a freshman, you are required to have a meal plan, and it does require you to eat in Gracie's dining hall, which it has mixed reviews, but honestly, I don't mind it. It's like all you can eat, and there's always something that's decent there. They have options for people that have allergies, people that are vegetarian, vegan, as well as just like a normal grill and stuff like that. So that's something you're gonna have to eat at freshman year, and unlimited ice cream, which is very important. But once you aren't in dorms anymore, you aren't required to have a meal plan, but there still are so many good places around campus to eat. Like, honestly, when I go home, I miss the food here. I'm not even kidding. Like, it's so good. I love the baked goods, and like they have like visiting chefs every day of the week coming in from places that are in Rochester, restaurants. They really just know how to feed us right. So tigers gotta eat, that's a saying. So another kind of frequently asked question might be about housing. So RIT housing is guaranteed for freshmen, but it's technically not guaranteed after freshman year unless you are a part of the honors college or you're part of the special interest houses. I know that probably sounds intimidating, but it's really not terrible. The housing process in itself is a little stressful because you have to like figure out, oh, do I want to live in an apartment? Do I want to live on campus? Do I want to live off campus? But because we're located in a residential area, there are a lot of like places to go that are different opportunities. Like, there's not one typical path. Nobody is like, you can live on the dorms all 4 years if you want, or you can live in a house like not affiliated with the campus, like 5 minutes away. That is completely up to you after you your first year here. So as much as like it is stressful, there are plenty of opportunities, and you're definitely gonna figure something out if you come here. But don't worry about that as far as your first year and everything like that. Everything else will come to you. But if you are a member of the Honors College, that is one of the benefits, or photo house, computer science house, engineering house, you can all reserve spots on floor for guaranteed housing for special interest houses. So I think other than the fact that I wish that I knew to bring my bike when I first came here, because there's a really big bike community, longboarding, skateboarding, everything like that around campus. I ended up bringing my bike like a month after I got here, but it was like already kind of getting cold. That was something I kind of wish I knew. I was like, I should have brought my bike. I can't really think of anything else that was really a surprise to me. RIT is really pretty good about putting everything out there and not like hiding too much. Like, you don't get here and you discover something like big that everyone's forgetting to talk to you about. Pretty much you can talk to anybody and they're gonna tell you honestly how it is. So that's about it. If you have any other frequently asked questions, I'm sure you could find them online, or you could reach out and have somebody answer them for you. But that's all that I can really think of. So, see ya.